Hello, everyone. We're here on board the bridge of the IKS Black Citadel, named for the city in another game. And I am here with my main KDF character, Rhett Navek, and we're here today to talk about the Kor Class Bird-of-Prey. Now, I've been hearing a lot of different things about the Kor Class Bird-of-Prey that some people don't like it, some people are really not happy with it, they're not impressed with it, and I think there's one thing that everyone's forgetting. This is a raider. It's not an escort. It's fast, it's mobile, and it's meant to go in, do a lot of damage, and get out. And that's the big thing for it. And now with all bird of preys, one of the things that I like, and we'll open up the character sheet here, is and this is only personal opinion, but I believe that ships like this should be cannon boats. So, and you can see here, I've set up my my ship with different cannons and anti-proton devices, with the exception naturally of the forward torpedo, which I've got a advanced fleet chronoton torpedo in there. I don't think that there is such a thing as an anti-proton torpedo. And I have the wide arc anti-proton torpedo, which I crafted. There's omnidirectional anti-proton beam and the anti-proton turret, which the anti-proton turret I also crafted. So, and I have the Kabali set for the deflector dish, impulse, warp, and shields, which helps with some nice heals for both the hull and the ship's shields. So, and then we get into the different consoles and the engineering consoles. There's the, I believe, the neutronium hull plating, which gives me some resistances, and the Trillium D, which I picked up in one of the last future-proof missions, which also gives some additional resistances and a few more extra things. For example, if you happen to be in the Delphic Expanse, you can actually get some protection from that as well. And naturally, I have the console, which is the regenerative console to help heal the hull of the ship, which is great. It's always good to have on a ship like this. It's always good to have the extra bonuses for healing and so on and so forth. Now, the Kor Class Bird-of-Prey comes with a couple of devices that helps make a quantum warhead volley, and you get up to 6 warheads that you can fire off, and then those build up over time when you're in the battle. So that's a great thing to have because it gives you an additional little attack that's in there. So aside from your other usual attacks. Now, because this is an anti-proton boat, I have the anti-proton consoles in there, and I have one chronoton console because I happen to have one chronoton torpedo. You never know. I may be changing that in the future. Taking out that torpedo and putting in another set of cannons. We'll see. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. This is all just kind of an experiment right at this point in time. And I may change this from anti-proton to disruptor, because I know you can get disruptor torpedoes. So let's go outside and take a look at things out there and kind of examine even more of the things with regard to this this little ship. Okay, now we're outside, and we're taking a look at the craft as it is outside. I haven't really done anything different with the craft as what it came with, but these are some of the skills I've got. Naturally, my main character is a pilot, so I've got the rock and roll. I tend to call it barrel roll because that's what it looks more like. I've got certain things like there's a repair platform, which isn't a fix-all, but in a pinch, it will do the job. So we've got a few, and they are targetable, you may notice, because their enemy forces can target them, can destroy them. So that's something always to watch out for. Now, some of the things that we have in here, as you can see, I'm mousing over many of them. as we go. Lots of things to help heal the shields and heal the hull of the ship, predominantly because of the fact that this, as I said, is a raider. It's to go in quick, it's to do lots of damage, and it's to get out. And basically it's to be a bit of a decoy, so it's got to have some survivability. Not necessarily a tank, but something that can survive and do some damage and get ready for the big guns to go in. So this isn't like, say, a carrier or a destroyer or a dreadnought. Those are the big ships that do the massive amounts of damage. This is just a smaller ship that does a decent amount of damage. Now, one of the things I really do like about the bird of prey, not just the Kor, but all of the birds of prey, they're kind of a utilitarian ship in that if you're a tactical officer or an engineering officer or a science officer, you can end up getting a good, well-rounded system for yourself for making sure that you've got everything that you need, because it has universal console slots, or not universal console, but universal bridge officer slots, which is really good because then you've got a commander slot, you've got 2 lieutenant commander slots, and you've got 1 lieutenant slot. And they're all universal. In the Kor Class Bird-of-Prey, there is one addition. One of your lieutenant commander universal slots also doubles as a pilot. So if you have a character that has piloting, then they can go into that slot as well. And that's kind of what I've set up for myself as well. Now, for me, again, this is only my opinion, and this is what I have set up, and I'll show it to you here in a little bit. I've set up my commander slot with my tactical officer, and I have taken the scatter shot volley for the cannons to take advantage of the withering barrage. That is the 5th mastery point in this particular ship. You may notice as well, one of my other lieutenant commander slots happens to be a science officer, which has equipped a shield drain, an energy drain, and a gravity well. So some control effects in there. As I said before, my other lieutenant commander slot is a pilot, and I have an engineering slot in there so that I get some quick hull and shield heals, and that works out great. As I said before, this is not the be-all and end-all of the way a Kor bird of prey should be. This is just one of the ways a Kor bird of prey can be. So if you've got a different way, that's great. If it works for you, that's awesome. So thank you very much for joining me and taking the time to listen. This wasn't a very in-depth discussion about the Kor bird of prey, but it is one of the options that's available to you. If you've got some different options, put them in the comments below. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you again in the future.